everybody, it's Derek Harp, the founder and chairman of CS2AI and the host for today's CS2AI online seminar. If you haven't been with us before, we are a 501c6 organization, so not a 501c3, a charitable organization. We are a workforce development nonprofit, and so we have a couple goals. And one is to grow the community of people that are working on cybersecurity for control systems, and whether those be at an oil refinery or aviation related or on a ship, anywhere where there's pumps and valves and actuators and cyber to physical, moving elements in the real world that are connected by various networks and communication protocols. That's what we're looking to grow that community, and then support people with continuing education and professional development and mentorship and all sorts of things that are appropriate for their levels in the industry and what they need. And the whole goal, of course, is to strengthen our society, strengthen cybersecurity for control system type of networks. These are the networks we all rely on. We want them to work, and we expect them to work. And so increasingly they're under pressure to maintain their cybersecurity posture, and we want to help strengthen the community dedicated to that. So we have grown considerably in our 8 years. We are still growing at a fast clip. All over the world, people are signing up. We're just now past 29,000 and on our way to 30,000 signups. We know from every data point that we gather and survey and poll and interaction and email from each of you, there's so much communication, which is awesome. We're trying to stay up with it. Apologies if we've missed something. Just hit us again with your note. We'll do our best. But what we know is the problem is global. There are regional differences when it comes to regulatory influences or C-level buy-in or budget availability. That may vary widely around the world, but the problem is ubiquitous. The problem is global, and the people who care about it are in every corner of the world. And we want to share the wisdom of the few people that really, really, really understand this with the many, many, many out there that need to get that wisdom and knowledge and experience sharing. We are largely funded by sponsors. This is the vast majority of our financial support for our nonprofit. If your company is here, thank you very much. These companies are super supportive of us. Thank you for that. If you work with one of these companies, email them and tell them thank you. We couldn't offer this sort of event today and all of our Wednesday events at no cost, which is really important to us to continue to do, if we didn't have the financial support of strategic alliance partners who sponsor individual events and some of our written products. So again, thank you to all of them, and thank you to you if you're at one of these companies. There is a benefit to membership. So coming to these events live has no cost, and we're committed to that remaining the case as long as we possibly can. But there is a global member level, and we are adding benefits to that steadily. It has long held, one of the longest benefits has been the on-demand video library. So recordings like today, going all the way back to 2018. It's free to attend live, but people who want to peruse those videos and pause and rewatch a section, those are in the on-demand library, and that is a global member benefit. We have just launched the people patching program. If you don't know about that, it's still possible to launch on that. I have a slide later in the deck. You can always email anytime today about anything, input@csa.org. Our whole team sees that, and we'll get it to the right person. But the people patching program is about matching person-to-person resources. So it isn't just about mentors and mentees, which is where this started. There's a committee of members working on this, and we discovered in the discussion, there's other kind of matches besides mentor to mentee, which some people are looking for or willing to provide. But there's other people who say, I just want to talk to a person that's in a similar position to me that has implemented product X. I want to talk about the total cost of ownership. I want to talk about what it really was like to implement that product. And I want to have a one-on-one private conversation about it. That would be a people patch, a matching of a person to person in a very specific way. So we're going to do a beta test of about 40 matches and try to figure out how we can scale this. But it's a program we're really excited about maybe being able to offer to everybody in a way to connect people. And that'll be those connections. The beta is open to the public, but eventually probably that will be a global member benefit to be patched into somebody else. The on-demand library for CEUs, there's about 40 videos that will be converted to the CEU on-demand model that we're running. So you can get on a Saturday at midnight, if you've got 5 credit hours you need to accumulate for some certification you're maintaining, you can go into the system as a global member, watch those, put the keywords in, get your CEU, and be able to turn that into your certification body without any intervention on our part. So that's another new global member benefit that's there. And then we're doing training and events that are for global members only. Our first one's coming up soon, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So I encourage you to buy a membership. It does support the organization, but our goal is that is not just because it's a good cause, but that you get far back in return than what you invest. And many companies are covering the costs of the memberships as a professional association. So we will also be issuing CEUs today if you are active. So just caution there. We always get emails after the event like, where are my CEUs? And we go and look in the database. This product, GoToWebinar, tells us you were present. People who came in and went out for 15 minutes are not eligible for CEUs. We do look for the number of hours that you were participating and learning and actively involved, and you can get that many CEU hours from us post event. So just word of caution there, you do need to be involved. If you ever have questions about CEUs now or anytime in the future, you can email ce@cs2ai.org and the team will get back with you. We are also still accumulating points. This has not been talked about much, but we got our little beta program, a sort of a fun point system that will convert into prize drawings at the end of the year. And so coming to events, asking questions today that the speakers can answer, all those sorts of things, taking a survey, those accumulate points on the back end. So we're sort of keeping track of it in a organized way, and then we'll trot out some opportunities to spin the wheel and give away some prizes at the end of the year, just based on where people are. We're expecting to do more with this over time. Just play along with this. We're developing it as we as we go. Okay, so today, how do you get entered in the prize wheel? You ask a quality question. You may ask any question you like today. Our whole team is on, and we will answer customer service questions, no problem. But quality questions are about the topic today, and they're ones that our panelists and speakers can answer. And so that's how you get entered in the prize wheel. If you want me to try to use your name, and I can't always get to it, but I will try, you can say, quote me, and put your question in the GoToWebinar question bank, and I will try to actually reference who asked the question. Today's session is one of our breakout sessions from our symposium that we recently had. It was on transportation, and we had so many interesting proposals to speak that we turned that into a panels only event, and now we will have 12 events about various aspects of transportation. So all the speakers of our symposium are going to deep dive into various areas. We're super excited to announce today that we, on May 17, when we kicked off the series, we had John Pistol, the former administrator of the TSA and deputy director of the FBI. He was our keynote kickoff. We've just secured the current head of the TSA, administrator of the TSA, to be our ending keynote at the end of the series. So it should be a lot of fun. You can find the whole series via this QR code or a couple places on our website. And as each of the events are available, you can register for whichever ones interest you. There is going to be a serious prize drawing at the end of the series. So we'll do all our normal prize drawings during all these events. But at the end of the series, we're giving away some fairly significant prize drawings, a couple more signed scripts to plane, trains, and automobiles just for fun. And so there's multiple ways to earn entry in the final drawings. And if you participate in this and you can't make that last event, you could still win. It's about accumulating the entries along the way. And so today, you could enter it by participating in the passport program or by asking a quality question. You can get two entries. So the way the passport works, you can find it by navigating to it on the website or this QR code. And it's going to be live all during the series. And so at the end, I'll share the passport code, and you could stick that in your passport. So it's going to accumulate responses, and those will all be separate individual entries in the final prizes at the end of the series. Sort of a way to have a fun give back for those that are participating in a lot of the sessions. If you ask a quality question, that's a second entry today, separate from the passport, so you can get two today in those end of series prizes. All right. So with no further ado, I will transition to being a learner as well today.